Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Well, last time we were doing this, we had just stuck a bunch of stuff under our mat. And this time, here's all that stuff. All those little bits and pieces, and the larger pieces too, I popped under my mat to dry and then pulled them out, cut them up into smaller pieces and sewed around them. So that is where we're at. All of our masterboard is now used up to make tags and whatnot. And this large piece I'm going to make into just a regular page. So that is all of that collaging used up, which is fantastic. I'm very happy. I did sew around the tags and the journal cards, so that's done. And of course I sewed around the edge of this piece too. So yeah, it's time to get on with these signatures and the cover of our book. This big enormous page is the inside fly leaf of a huge old Reader's Digest atlas. I think it would make fine pages in these little signatures, so I'm going to tear it into a few pieces, and yeah, we've got at least 2 pages out of it, so that's pretty good. And they're kind of cool. If you're wondering what I keep reaching for up here on the right hand side, I have some of those magazine boxes, the magazine stands. I have 3 of them up there. When I've finished a project for the day, I tend to gather up all the sort of page-sized pages that I've got floating around and to stuff them in those. Occasionally there's too much in there and they fall on my desk in front of me and just generally make a mess, but that aside, I have bundles of coffee day old office papers and line papers and stuff in there as well, a couple of old foreign language newspapers, and yeah, just random bits and pieces. So that's what I keep on reaching into and just pulling out things that catch my eye. Every now and again I go through it, tidy it up, make sure things are sort of in some semblance of order, but mostly it's just a big mess, and yeah, who knows what I'll grab next. Right at the moment, I'm just building my signatures. I'm just collecting the number of pages that I want in each one, which is generally 10. I almost always put 10 papers in a signature. So, yeah, that's all I'm doing at the moment. There is no sort of feeling of which page will go where. It's just a case of I want 10 pages in each signature, and then I'll sit back and work out how I want the pages arranged. So yeah, I can almost guarantee you this is not the way they will stay. Okay, that's our signatures put together, well, selected anyway. Now it's time to make a spine for this baby. So you just saw me measure there, sort of roughly how far apart the two covers were going to end up being, and now I'm going to use this bit of lever arch folder and make our spine. So I'll cut this down just with a Stanley knife or box knife, whatever you like to call these sort of businesses. And yeah, once that's done, we'll select some fabric to cover it and get on with this book cover. Okay, I've arranged these so they're a little apart from each other, the two sides and the spine. And now I'm just going to use my fabric tape and get this spine stuck onto these two covers. Yeah, I just sort of lay this lightly over the top and then just press it down. That way nothing moves, and I can flip it over and sort out the inside. So yeah, I like this tape. It's easy to work with. It's very strong. It's very sticky, and it's never going to go anywhere. So perfect for my purposes. The only thing I wish it wasn't was maybe quite so shiny, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah, that doesn't really affect its sort of performance. It's just, you know, I get concerned that, you know, my glue's not going to stick to it as well as it could. But I've never had a problem. I just wish it wasn't so shiny. And here I come in with a bundle of wadding offcuts. This is from MacQuilters Circle that were very kind enough to donate these to me. They're just all the offcuts of their, whatever this stuff's called, I don't know. The soft stuff you put in quilts. I don't buy it, I'm sorry. Because this is all the edges, it's sort of weirdly thin in places on one side. So what I'm going to do is stick a piece down, and then I will stick another piece the same but in the opposite direction, so that it's just as thick on both sides, and we have a nice padded cover, which I am obviously going to then cover in fabric. So yes, this is the plan. I'm just going to trim off all these edges and then we'll get on with covering it. I like to just cover the outside with this padding. I find that if it goes over the edges of the book and folds inwards, it just makes it too bulky on the inside. So yeah, I cut it to size once it's glued on properly, and then cover over it, and when I pull the fabric onto the inside, I just glue it straight to the cover on the inside. You'll see. This is a rust-dyed serviette, old linen serviette that has been rust-dyed, and I think it will make an excellent little cover. So I am going to trim it up and glue it on, and instant book cover. Voila! Sometimes I glue my fabric to the wadding on the outside, sometimes I don't. In this instance, I'm not going to, mainly because this is a relatively thin linen napkin and I don't want the glue showing through. This acetone-based glue, if you spread it out enough, doesn't tend to do that, but it does have a bit of a habit of doing it if you leave it in blobs, and it's hard to spread it out on top of the wadding. So what I've decided to do is just stretch it over the outside and glue it to the inside, and that will hold it perfectly well. It doesn't need any more than that. Generally, if I'm going to glue to the wadding, it's because I'm using a heavier piece of fabric and I feel like it needs a little bit of extra support. This is not going anywhere. And there we have it, guys. That is a super cute little cover. I am so pleased with this, and yeah, it looks really nice. I love the rust dyeing. It's just so grungy and lovely, and everything fits nicely. It comes out of the front of the book a little bit, but I don't mind that. Just adds to it as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. There's still quite a bit of work to do, and we will get on with it next time, but for today, that's it. Alright guys, thanks for being here with me. I really appreciate your company, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.